know that the air that we breathe is a part of the atmosphere? It's made of mostly gas called oxygen. And we need oxygen to live, and so do animals and plants. The atmosphere makes sure that there is enough oxygen for everybody by mixing it with other gases like nitrogen, which makes up most of the air. So let's take a closer look at the air around us and see what happens when we breathe it in and out. So let's do a fun experiment to show us how air is all around us, even though we can't see it. All right, so for this activity, we're going to be showing ourselves how there is air all around us, even though we can't see it. Here's what you need. You'll need some balloons, a marker, and a straw. First, let's just inflate our balloon using our straw, and then we're going to let the air out of the balloon. So let's do it. Look at that. Now let's let it out. So we've seen how we blew air into the balloon and then the air blew out. So now take the straw and just breathe air in and then breathe air out and feel it moving in and out of the straw. Okay, you ready? Do you feel all of that air? Just like the balloon, we take air in and we let air out using our lungs. So the balloon is acting like our lungs do when we blow air into it. When we breathe in, our lungs fill up with air just like the balloon did. And when we breathe out, our lungs let all of that air out. So now what we're gonna do is draw a little face on our balloon. Now that we have our face on our balloon, let's blow it up again and watch the face get bigger as the balloon fills with air. Just like our lungs, the balloon fills up with air. And our lungs fill up with air because of the atmosphere. It is full of air, and that's why we can breathe it in. So air is all around us, even though we can't see it. And by using our balloon, we can see how we take in air using our lungs. The atmosphere is where all of our weather happens. It's where clouds form, rain falls, and the wind blows. The weather changes because of how the sun heats up the earth and how the air moves around. Some days are bright and sunny. Some days are gray and rainy. And sometimes we even see thunderstorms or snow. So weather is like the Earth's way of talking to us, telling us if it's time to wear a jacket or bring an umbrella. So let's create our very own weather in a jar and see how it forms in the atmosphere. That sounds so exciting and I can't wait. So let's go. Okay, so for this super cool activity, we're gonna be creating weather inside of a jar. Here's what you need. You'll need a plate, a glass jar, food coloring, some ice, and hot water. So the first thing we're gonna do is fill our jar halfway full of hot water. And remember, if you're messing with something like hot water, to have an adult or wear some gloves as well. Now what we're gonna do is add a few drops of food coloring into the jar. And now let's add the plate on top and put the ice on top of the plate. So if you take a look inside of the cup, you can see clouds starting to form, and the condensation from the ice and the heat is creating rain inside of the jar. So we just seen how clouds and rain form in the atmosphere by watching the water cycle in a jar. So by doing this super cool experiment and learning how weather forms in the atmosphere, we've seen condensation and precipitation happening right here in our little jar, just like how it happens in our atmosphere with actual weather. The atmosphere does so much for us. It keeps us warm, gives us air to breathe, and it protects us from the sun's harmful rays. So without the atmosphere, we wouldn't be able to live here on Earth. It's our job to now take care of the atmosphere by keeping the air clean and healthy. Let's learn about some ways that we can actually help our atmosphere by making some simple choices every single day, like not wasting electricity and planting trees. I have an idea. Let's make a poster to remind ourselves of the importance of the atmosphere. All right, so let's get ready to create a poster that reminds us of the importance of the atmosphere and how we can help take care of it. Here's what you need. You'll need some markers, some stickers, or whatever you want to decorate your poster with. You'll need a poster, or if you don't have a poster, you can get 2 regular pieces of paper or cardstock and tape them together to create a big poster. To start our poster, let's draw a picture of the earth right in the middle. Let's get a marker and draw a circle. Okay, so now that we have a circle, let's add in some green and make some land to make it look like the earth, and then we'll color the rest with blue, just like we did with our little earth ball. All right, so here is my finished earth. Now what we need to do is write on our poster why we're making it. So let's add something like, save the atmosphere, protect the planet. You can write that or whatever you want to on your poster, just something that reminds you why you made it. All right, so after you write down why you're making your poster, such as save the atmosphere, let's add some ways that we can actually help protect the atmosphere on our poster. So let's think of some ways. So you can plant trees, save energy, recycling. So let's add a few of those things onto our poster. Okay, so here is my finished Save the Atmosphere poster. I can look at it and remember to plant more trees, save on energy, and recycle when I can, all to help out the atmosphere. Wow, today we took a big journey through the atmosphere and learned all about the air that surrounds our planet. We discovered that the atmosphere has different layers. It gives us air to breathe, makes our weather, and it protects us from harm. You all did such an amazing job exploring and learning about the atmosphere. Remember, the atmosphere is like the Earth's special blanket, keeping everything just right for us to live. And it's up to us to keep it clean and healthy so that it can continue to do its very important job. So keep exploring the world around you and always remember how important the atmosphere is in our lives. I can't wait to see you back here next time with me at the Math Science Lab. Bye!